Man, what's going on, YouTube? We back at it again with another banger video. As you can see by the title, this is the best budget SHTF loadout. All right, this is something, I'm not gonna say everything is dirt cheap, but you know, for somebody that's just getting into firearms, somebody that's just getting into, you know, prepping for a situation where, you know, something may hit the fan, I feel like you will get a lot of good ideas, some good pointers, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out here on YouTube, you probably got some things you could give me some pointers on, and some things that I'm missing. Now, before I get into this video, this is a safe, controlled environment. I do not have any live ammunition in none of my firearms, so just had to throw that out there for YouTube compliance. Also, listen, the loadout that I'm gonna show you is not perfect. It's not the best loadout in the world. It's a really good budget loadout. Some tools you could use on hand if things ever hit the fan. You know, I feel like you'll be able to use some of these things and it'll be pretty good, a pretty good setup. All right, so with all that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first things first, when it comes to these situations that we're prepping for, and you know, in case, you know, all fallout happens in the world, first thing first, man, a pistol. It's one of the most versatile things you can have on the basis of you can conceal it. What I have is a Glock 19 Gen 5. Once again, this weapon is clear. All right, this is the last time I'm going to show that the weapon is clear, but everything is clear, nothing in the magazine. But this is my Glock 19 Gen 5 all-purpose pistol, everyday carry, duty pistol. I know a lot, most people would probably rather go with a Glock 17 for a duty pistol, or hell, even the 19X or something like that, but which is fully understandable. But for my hand size, I don't have the biggest hands, and the Glock 19, I mean, it's a perfect size pistol for me. It's very versatile. But this is what I have on it. I have a TLR 7 stream light, really good light. You pop batteries in and out. You can buy a bunch of them, keep them on standby. That's something you do want to have in your prep setup. You want to have some batteries, that way, you know, if they do die, you can always put some new ones. So, you know, I have a stock up on Streamlight batteries just for that. I have a Terran Tactical +5 just to give me more capacity, and that's pretty much it. With my SHTF pistol, I don't have too much on it. I don't have a red dot or no other crazy stuff. This is a bone stock trigger, bone stock internals. I just want something that's gonna run reliable, and the Glock 19 will do that. Now, along with your pistol that you wanna have set up, you also wanna have a pretty good holster. Now, I have a concealed carry holster. I'm not gonna pull that out, but this is what I would call my duty holster, all right? So this holster is by Alien Gear. Oh, first off, before we get to that, let's talk about the pricing of the 19. Glock 19s, you can find them anywhere from $500 to maybe $550. Not crazy expensive, but it's also not cheap. You know, it's not that cheap to your everyday consumer. You know, most people that's not really into firearms but just want one, they're not trying to pay a whole lot of money for a gun. But this is a really good, reliable pistol, about $550. The light was about $130, and then +5 about $50, and I don't know how much I paid for that mag well, but I just want to go ahead and throw those prices out there because we are talking about budget. Like I said before, these things, yeah, they are budget, but it's not very inexpensive at the same time. You know, this stuff, it does require some money, but all this stuff is on the cheaper end. Just want to let y'all know. But next up, we have my Alien Gear holster. All right, really good holster. It's a drop leg holster, and I'm not gonna get into all the technicalities of it, but you put it on your hip, and then this attaches to your thigh, and now you got a really good duty holster setup. Great retention, and you get your pistol out of there by hitting that button and pulling it out. So this is a really good duty holster. Once again, I got this from Alien Gear, and it was about $120. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend this holster. All right, so let's get into the next firearm. All right, so my next firearm is my AR-15. All right, technically a AR pistol because this is a 10.5-inch barrel. I do have a pistol brace, and I have a angled grip on the front. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm a quickly talk about all the accessories that I have on mine. You do not have to go as crazy as I did with accessories. All of these things I felt like were vital for me, something that I needed on my AR pistol build, or AR-15, however you want to call it. But you do not have to put all the stuff on here. What I do recommend is, if you get a AR-15, AR pistol, whichever one you want to get you a red dot. All right. If you want to put some irons on there, cool, do that. I don't have any irons set up on mine. I just don't have them on there. All right. Yeah, I understand. What if your dot goes out? Yeah, I totally understand that. But I don't have any on here right now. Okay, so I got my red dot. Also, a sling. Okay, so red dot, sling, and a flashlight. If that is what you want to have on your rifle, at the bare minimum, a red dot, your flip up sights, of course, a sling, and a flashlight. All of those things are going to be keys to success when it comes to a rifle build. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about mine. I got this particular rifle from Palmetto State Armory. This was about $559 MSRP. Not a very expensive AR-15. It's way on the cheaper end. All right. So if you're looking for an AR-15, you don't want to spend that much money, and you still got some decent quality, I highly recommend Palmetto State Armory. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the accessories. So first off, like I said, this is a budget AR-15, but this thing runs really good. I've had it for 2 years, no problem. So y'all, before y'all say whatever, yeah, I know it's better AR-15s out there. You got all types of AR-15s, all types of companies. I know about all those companies. This is not it. This is for, the guys that's just like, hey man, I just need something, and I ain't really trying to, I ain't trying to break my pockets trying to get it. I got y'all. That's what I'm here for. All right, so what we got up top, man, this is a Fiachi light. Fiachi light. You can pronounce it Fiachi, however you want to pronounce it. Very inexpensive. Runs about $60 MSRP. I have this thing. This thing has the M-LOK mount, so you mount it to your AR-15. I have the pressure pad right here. All right, so you got constant on, and then you have momentary. All right, this is a really, really good light for the price. Yeah, $60. So I was like, let me try it out. Man, listen, I've mag dumped this AR-15 I don't know how many times, and I ain't had no problems with this thing. The lens ain't never popped out. It ain't never came off or nothing like that. Really, really good, inexpensive light. You can find that light on Amazon if you want to know where to get it. Moving on to the next thing, I have a, you can call this a hand stop, you can call it an ankle grip. It's totally up to you. I got this thing from Strike Industries. Something else very inexpensive, but it's gonna help you get a better grip on your AR. This thing was about $25, yeah, probably $25 to $30 tops. Something else really cheap. All right, moving on, we're gonna get to the optic. My optic is also a budget 6-hour optic. Had this thing for 2 years. This is the Romeo 5, 6-hour Romeo 5. I paid $120 for it. Really good optic. Never had any issues. I've had this battery in here for 2 years. Still going. I got backup batteries for it already. And yeah, I should probably change the batteries out every year, but I'm gonna run this thing dead, and just to see how long, it really will stay on. This is a shake weight optic, so it goes off after a while. And then when you pick up your rifle, it's gonna come on automatically. Moving behind that, I have my my Juliet. I think it's the Romeo 3. Yeah, it's the Romeo Juliet 3. All right, this is a magnifier, so you can zoom out to further ranges. In case whatever you're shooting at is a little bit further out. You got your magnifier, and you can flip this out the way like so, and then you can throw that thing back like that. So that is my magnifier. I paid about $180 for that. Really not too bad in price. Now, before I get to the rest, look, y'all, all this stuff comes over time. I'm not saying go out and buy a rifle and throw all this stuff on here immediately, but you can if you want to. But I bought all of these items over time. So moving on from that, I have an upgraded pistol grip. You do not have to do that. This was about $30, but it's an upgraded pistol grip. It just feels a lot better for me, but you do not have to do that. It's just an upgrade I have. Also, my pistol brace is also upgraded. This is the SB Tactical pistol brace. This is the SBA 5, one of their newer ones. Really like it. Really sturdy. Really recommend it. All right, this is a really good pistol brace. And last but not least, I have a sling. Oh, pistol brace, $100, and this sling was probably $25, $30. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty dang cheap. I am about to upgrade this sling though. I'm probably gonna get a Magpul one, but this is the one I bought when I first got it, and it was cheap. So you know, that's it. And so yeah, that's my AR-15 setup. Really cheap setup. It's gonna run. It's effective. All you guys is like, oh, it's gonna fail. No, it's not. I didn't ran way over 1,000 rounds in this, man. It's probably pushing 2,000 now. So yeah, it's gonna do what it need to do. So on to the next thing. All right, on to the next thing. Now, the next thing that I'm about to show you guys is completely optional for you. It was not optional for me. And that is my chest rig. All right, the importance of a chest rig. I feel like these things right here are very important. Just as important on having a plate carrier. I also have a plate carrier, but we're talking about budget, and plate carriers are really not too budget. You feel me? Those can start to get up there, you know, when you're talking about body armor. So I do have a plate carrier, but I did not want to talk about that in this particular video. But I will link a video at the end of this video talking about my plate carrier and stuff like that I already have uploaded. Now, with the chest rigs, man, these chest rigs, these are some neat little things right here. The reason I say that, number one, the chest rig itself is very inexpensive. I only paid about $60 for this chest rig, so very inexpensive. Also, you can put these things in a book bag. You can put them pretty much anywhere because they're small, they're compact. Once again, this is not body armor. This is just a rig to stow all your accessories. Now, on my chest rig, what I have going on, I got a lot going on, so we're gonna go ahead and break this thing down. What I do want to talk about though, for a SHTF situation, man, you want to have multiple magazines. All right, you don't want to have 2-3 magazines. You want to have multiple magazines. Now, I have way more magazines than this in my possession, but these are some, this is just what I have set up on a ready to go rig. You know, something pop off, this something quick I can grab, this something that may be in my car, or it just maybe wherever I need to put it at, you know, in case something does pop off. But first off, we got 3 AR-15 round magazines up top. This is very essential. You need to have at least 3 on the front of it, at least 3. Also, I have another one at the back. I have a flashlight. Y'all, flashlights are super important. All right, when things go dark, you need light to light it up if you want to see. Flashlight, super important. Battery, super important. I have a tourniquet right here. Tourniquets, very cheap. Also, I mean, flashlights are very cheap. I ain't even gotta say too much about that, but I have a tourniquet. Tourniquet is very vital. We all got weapons, and we feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be Superman, you know, something hits the fan and I'm gonna shoot everything, you know, that comes my way. Well, okay, cool. But the reality is you can get shot, okay? You can get shot. That's the reality of it. So with that being said, you need to have a tourniquet just in case something like that happens, or somebody with you, you know, get struck by a round or something like that. A tourniquet could possibly save their life. Granted, you'll have to rush them to the ER like immediately, but hey, if shit hit the fan, I don't know if emergency room is gonna be open anyway. So, but we got a tourniquet. Also, I have a spare pistol magazine over here for my Glock 19. A multi-tool, I feel like for me is very important. You just don't know what you about to run into on a day-to-day, in day-to-day life, if something hit the fan or just in general. But I have a multi-tool that has all the tools that you really need to use if you have to. I got some gloves. These are mechanic gloves, just simple mechanic gloves. I just feel like it's essential to have some gloves. You know, you don't know what you might be dealing with, so hey, you got some gloves back there, pop them out, cool. And last thing, I have a face shield in here, just something to, you know, if it's debris in the air or whatever going on, I can cover my face up. All right, so that is my chest rig. Very, very simple setup, very cheap. All these items in here you can find for under $100. All right, so that is that. So my last thing, and which I feel like is, yeah, it's equally important as having an AR. It's having a pistol. It's having a chest rig. Medical, okay, medical, super important. In this bag, I'm not gonna open it and go through everything, but I have a lot of medical things. As far as you know, bandages, gauze, medication like ibuprofen, things of that nature. And then I have it split with other stuff. I got a fire starter in there. I got glow sticks in there. It's a whole bunch of stuff that you can throw into a little small medical bag, and you know, you can just clip it to your belt, you know, put it behind you, and you good to go. So medical is very important. Like I said, it's just as important as having an AR-15 and a pistol. You need it, all right, because somebody get hurt. If you get hurt and there's no hospitals, you're gonna have to tend to yourself. So medical is super important. Make sure you get you some medical. But all right, y'all, I just want to kind of, you know, summarize the video up before I get you guys out of here, man. Look, we don't know what's going to happen out here, man. That's why I just tell people, honestly, bro, just be prepared. I make videos like this just to give you an idea of something to have, just so you can be ready for yourself or for your family. Last thing you want to do is just be asked out when something does hit the fan. And I pray to God that don't nothing hit the fan. I pray to God that I could just have all this stuff and I don't ever have to use it for any self-defense situation or any of that. I hope that never happens. But in the case that it does, man, look, have you some stuff, bro. Like, it's not gonna hurt you to have this stuff. A lot of y'all think it's stupid and corny. It'd be really funny that I'll see people like in the comments and they'll be like, oh, you're doing that for no reason. Oh, you're prepping for nothing, this and then the other. And I'm like, buddy, you do realize if something goes down and you don't have these items, you're gonna be asked out. So I just rather have them than not, you know. Hey, I'd rather stay ready than have to get ready, you feel me? So yeah, man, get y'all some items. It ain't even gotta be as much as I got, and this ain't even half the stuff that I have. This is just something very basic. But listen, if you do get an AR-15, man, go out there and train, all right? It's one thing owning one, it's another thing training. If you're not shooting your guns, if you're not, you know, at least once a month, if you're not going out to shoot and things of that nature, man, it's when you get into that combat situation, if that so happen, you're not gonna be as effective as you think, all right? You really need to train with your weapons and learn how they work and actually spend some time with them. You feel me? Because it's not as simple as, oh, I own an AR-15, something goes down and be able to shoot. No, you need to get your butt out there and you need to go train, or at least just go to the shooting range. Very vital. But y'all, look, we got a lot coming up in the world right now. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on with, you know, the election, all this crazy stuff, man. Just be ready, man. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know who's gonna win, and we don't know how the other side is gonna act on whoever wins. You feel me? We are in America, so America gets kind of crazy sometimes. But yeah, man, go ahead and get yourself an AR-15. Go ahead and get yourself a pistol. Now, granted, before I end the video, it don't gotta be an AR-15, man. It could be an AK-47. It could be a 308 rifle. I honestly don't give a crap what you carry. I just happen to carry an AR-15, but an AK, hey, just as good. You're gonna be a little more felt recoil if it's 7.62, but you got a bigger round. But I just happen to have an AR-15. But yeah, man, y'all get y'all stuff. Look up some more videos of loadouts that you could, you know, get things from, man. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer than I already have, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. Y'all stay strapped, stay blessed, stay out the way, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.